Good evening, James Oaten with ABC News. Lawyers and doctors are appealing to the Prime Minister to release another vulnerable group in immigration detention, the traumatised and elderly. One man who is being held at Wickham Point Detention Centre in Darwin with some of his family has told the ABC he's worried his 70-year-old mother will die in detention. The family is one of hundreds who hope the High Court would rule in their favour and is now at risk of being returned to Nauru, a place they fear.
A loss of hope and extreme fear. This is what an Iranian man inside Darwin's Wickham Point Detention Centre described to the ABC after the High Court's decision on Wednesday allowing the deportation of hundreds of asylum seekers to Nauru. He can't be named but says he fears for his mother, who at 70 years old is the oldest person in detention.
When she heard about on the TV and news, we lost the High Court, and then she just crying and hitting herself. I don't want to lose my mom in detention center. I don't want my mom to die in detention center.
The ABC has seen the family's medical records, and an immigration mental health doctor says they indicate the woman is very unwell.
Mood disorder, depression, which occurs as a result of being in detention for prolonged periods. The specific things about detention, of the uncertainty and the restrictions on autonomy.
He says it shows children aren't the only group suffering in detention, and the government isn't adhering to its own rules by detaining this elderly woman who has been identified as a torture and trauma survivor.
There is a specific policy that's been in place with the Department of Immigration for a number of years which says that those people are a vulnerable group and that they should not be held in restrictive types of detention for prolonged periods. And unfortunately, that policy is virtually never followed.
The man says his sister also suffered mental trauma on Nauru.
Some security guard, one of the NATO officers, he wanted to abuse my sister. After a few days, she tried to suicide and she ate washing powder.
It would be simply inexcusable for our government to send this woman back to a place where she has already suffered such serious harm in our care.
The lawyer says he's appealing to the Prime Minister to release these vulnerable people from detention. The Department of Immigration wouldn't comment on the family, but says it's considering each case individually. Catherine Gregory, ABC News, Darwin.